Yo, what's the crap, boys? The Houston Rockets are cooking up a future dynasty, in my opinion. A complete elite young core, plus the new coaching we'll talk about. Bro, they're destined for success if all things go to plan. The Houston Rockets post-James Harden trade have been a joke, to be honest. Also, they've got some great draft picks. They drafted Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr. Obviously, a lot more like Sengun, obviously, but since that post-Harden trade, they've been absolutely joke. They hired Steven Silas, who kind of got some unnecessary criticism, but at the same time, as the head coach, you need to create some culture. Obviously, it was kind of a bad spot. They were going to be tanking to get a lot of good draft picks to be in the position they are in now. But now you've got Udoka now, very experienced coach, an assistant on a lot of great teams. Obviously led the Celtics to the finals in his first year's coaching. Would have probably won the championship this year if it wasn't for some other stuff that we will not talk about. That's his business. But yeah, Rockets got that's great for the culture. They've gotten rid of a lot of their staff, which they needed to do. There was a clear cultural problem there. Udoka, a defensive-minded coach, is going to come in and completely change this team. Who's gone from the worst team in the Western Conference since Harden left. Who are going to make a play, 100% going to make a play-in push this season. May even surpass expectations. Maybe make a playoff spot. I wouldn't bet on it. Still a young team, but this team will be playing in the play-in tournament. I would guarantee, but you obviously never know. Obviously now, new coaching stuff. You will think their three best young players that they have drafted will get some actual play. Jalen Green's obviously quite inefficient. He's early. Now he's actually got some good coaching around him, new culture. I expect his game to go up a new level, potentially make the All-Star team, get a lot of All-Star buzz 100%. Obviously, he is, he is, a 20-point per game scorer, not, extremely efficient, like I said, but now, there's good coaching there. He's got another year under his belt, and he's got Fred VanVleet there to mentor him and, to play make off. A good point guard would need. Obviously, Amen Thompson will be such a good backcourt pairing, those two. I'm not exactly sure who will start. Obviously, you got Amen, Fred VanVleet, and Kevin Porter Jr. I'd probably give it to Amen just because he's got star potential. Fred VanVleet is very experienced, but he's just about 6 foot and a very inefficient scorer. Fred VanVleet is literally making more millions per dollar than his field goal percentage. So, when you pair those two together, yes, Fred VanVleet is a great playmaker. I would put Amen there, who, yes, his jump shot is not, there yet. You need a good playmaker around Jalen Green. I think Amen's that guy. Kevin Porter Jr., probably the best shot creator out of all those three. Their point guard rotation. So maybe you play him there. It's interesting to see what they will do with that lineup. But Jalen Green, I expect him to have an up year. Jabari Smith Jr., struggled his first few months of his rookie season. Had that game winner earlier last season. Has played great in the summer league. That just happened. And you'd assume they're going to run plays for him. Your number 3rd pick. Not running plays for your number 3rd overall pick, who could have been the number 1 pick, minutes before the draft. Who are we, though? But, Jabari Smith Jr. will take another rise. Defensively, I think his potential is, with Udoka and that staff, oh my. Jabari Smith Jr., I don't agree with players winning most improved player in their second year. Jabari Smith Jr. can definitely win that, though. And then you've got Sengun, who is literally just a baby Jokic, a pass center. His, the skill he has at passing is elite. Not a lot of players that can pass better than Sengun. Obviously, he is a corner on defense. Last season they were sitting him out in the 4th. You would assume he gets some 4th quarter action. This guy's a legitimate future All-Star. Could even say MVP, but like I said, you don't know. Jokic. Look at Jokic now. Anything's possible. Sengun's got such a ridiculously high ceiling, maybe the highest ceiling in the whole team. I'd probably get out to Jalen Green, but they're best 3 players now. Obviously, Amen's in that conversation now. Their best 3 young players last season had some ups and downs. 2 of them were getting misused, and 1 was just kind of the product of the bad coaching and organization. We've not even talked about their rookies. Amen Thompson and Cam. Bro, they were debating on picking Cam Whitmore at 4th. They got him at 20th. I don't know how. This guy is literally ready. His game reminds me of Anthony Edwards. These 2 rookies, this is what I mean, cooking up a potential dynasty. Jalen Green, Sengun, Jabari Smith Jr., Amen Thompson, can even say Tari Eason, and then Cam Whitmore. That is such an elite young core. All going to get bags. They might have to let some of them go. They're going to give them that much money. And that's arguably the best young core in the league. OKC's obviously up there. San Antonio, once they get some more draft picks with Vic, you could say that. And not to mention the much needed veteran depth. Fred VanVleet, Jeff Green, and Dylan Brooks. Obviously, Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks are on horrible contracts, but it's much needed veteran. Like, shit on you want about Dylan Brooks, he's probably going to help that team maturity-wise. You know what I mean. He'll keep them in check, you'd hope. Especially Jeff Green definitely will. Fred VanVleet, absolutely. And obviously their other coaching staff. John Wall said the stuff you guys are getting away with would not be tolerated in any other organization. So, there's obviously a culture and, maturity needed over there. And those guys are going to do it. Houston are in such a great spot. Obviously, when those contracts expire, they'll probably let him go. Maybe there's such a help towards the... I don't know, bro. You'll assume they'll let them walk once, 3 years' time, 4 years' time, where the Rockets are, up in the West Conference standings, have championship aspirations. It's, championship or bust this season, you know what I'm saying? So, once they get to that level, maybe they'll let them go. But for now, it's smart moves getting veterans in, new coaching. This season, I predict them, 10, just a 10th to 7th seed. I wouldn't go as far as saying 6th seed. They could definitely surpass expectations. But the West is quite tough. So you're going to give them that playing spot, which I think they absolutely make.